Let's talk about the Republican establishment, because they're the ones that first came after Judge Moore. Let's talk about Jeff Flake. Did he sign a check today, $100 to Jones, right? What do you say, put country ahead of party? Come on, brother, if you're going to write a check, right? Don't give the man $100. Are you kidding me? Hey, Flake, this is why your approval rating in your home state is like 11%. No. Man, you're a total embarrassment. If you're going to write a check. Support somebody. Flake has hated Donald Trump from day one. Flake has hated this movement from day one. He wrote the book, the anti-populist, the anti-economic nationalist book. Came right out of the box, first out of the, trashed all the deplorables, trashed all the silent majority, trashed everybody associated with this movement. Remember, Flake is the guy that the day before the election, they asked him, I think it was MSNBC or one of the networks, asked him, hey, we're going to, make a thing on if Hillary Clinton wins or if Donald Trump wins. And he laughed. He said, we don't need to do the Trump one. I'll just do the Hillary Clinton winning. That's Jeff Flake has done nothing but run the President of the United States down since the President won. And then he comes out at the last second and says, I'm going to give $100 to a Democrat. But this tells you all you need to know. The Republican establishment and with the Democratic establishment, they think America's in decline, right? And they're comfortable managing that decline. It is the working men and women in Ohio, in Wisconsin, in Michigan, in Pennsylvania, and yes, right here in Alabama, that rejected that. Make America great again. The silent majority, the deplorables, they're not comfortable, and they will not accept America's decline. They're going to fight tooth and nail. And Senator Flake, the reason you're 11% in your own state and Kelly Ward was beating you by 27 points is that you don't get that. All this stuff about Jeff Flake, Kelly Ward would have beaten you by 25 to 27 points. I don't want to hear about Jeff Flake. You could have gone to be a better candidate against a Democrat. You had no chance of winning. That's why you stepped down. Let's talk about another beauty. Willard Mitt Romney. Now, I want you to understand something. It was Willard Mitt Romney's comment yesterday, his tweet or whatever it was, that, and the only reason I'm going there, Mitt, because you started it. Mitt, you had to go there. All the insults you made about the President of the United States, put all that in back of us. He interviewed you for Secretary of State. Everything's fine. But no, Judge Moore's got to run. You got to jump in here. Honor, what did he say yesterday? Honor and integrity. Honor that Judge Moore lacked honor and integrity, and that's why he couldn't vote for him, right? Couldn't support him. Judge Moore is a graduate of the United States Military Academy at West Point. Judge Moore served his country in one of the toughest wars we've ever had, Vietnam. And he went over there for his country, his state, and his family. Mitt, that's honor and integrity. And by the way, Mitt, while we're on the subject of Vietnam and honor and integrity, you avoided service, brother, right? You served, okay, Mitt, here's how it is, brother. Now the college deferments, that's we can debate that, but you hid behind your religion. You went to France to be a missionary while guys were dying in rice paddies in Vietnam. Do not talk to me about honor and integrity. And now I'm going to get personal. You ran for commander-in-chief. You had 5 sons, not one day of service in Afghanistan and Iraq. We have 7,000 dead and 52,000 casualties. And where were the Romneys during those wars? You want to talk about honor and integrity, brother? Bring it. Bring it down here to Alabama. You have the guts to get on the stage. You have the guts to get on the stage of a man that served in Vietnam, and you expect us to believe honor and integrity? Judge Roy Moore has more honor and integrity in that pinky finger than your entire family has and its whole DNA. And you know why he's on Judge Moore. He's still bitter about Donald Trump. Embrace it, Mitt. He is President of the United States and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, something you so miserably failed at. I cannot close this section of the talk without mentioning my favorite. Thank you very much. You know, he likes being, Mitch likes being called Leader McConnell. No, in Washington, they all call him Leader. All the consultants and all the lobbyists all run Leader McConnell. Leader. He likes being called Leader McConnell. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Hey, Mitch, you just Mitched us. McConnell started, it was Chuck Todd at the opposition party NBC. NBC of Matt Lauer fame, right? Wasn't it odd? Was it NBC with the Billy Bush tape that gave it to the Washington Post? Was it not the Washington Post that had some of these things about? No, there's no conspiracy. That's all just in the natural order of things. Let's be right, okay? This whole thing was a setup. This whole thing was weaponized, right? You know that. Folks down here in Alabama know that. This is the Jeff Bezos, Amazon, Washington Post. Even Chuck Todd of NBC, of Matt Lauer fame, Chuck Todd, he even said it looked like it looked like a coordinated hit, because Mitch McConnell was out 57 minutes later saying Judge Moore should drop out. When Mitch McConnell said on Sunday, let the people of Alabama decide. This is a very tough crowd down here tonight. I thought sitting you folks down and making less honorary. I guess that's not right. Mitch McConnell from day one, and this is what you got to understand with Flake and Romney and McConnell and the whole crowd. This is the scam. They don't mind giving up a seat to a Democrat. You know why? They don't mind being in the minority party. They don't mind being out of power. They don't. Because here's the joke. They can make as much money on the way down as they made on the way up, right? They would just assume, as long as they can control the apparatus, right? They'll be the minority. Donald Trump won in Wisconsin and brought Ron Johnson across the finish line. He won in Pennsylvania and brought Toomey across the finish line. He won in Missouri and brought Blunt across the finish line. He won in North Carolina and brought Burr across the finish line. Mitch, you owe your job to Donald J. Trump. But he doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about that. The Republican establishment campaigned for a Democrat for 4 solid weeks. And we're going to hold you accountable. You're not going to be able to walk away now. You know what changed their mind? You know what changed their mind? It was the numbers. When the polls started coming back, right? That's what changed their mind. They have no interest in what you have to say. They think you're a bunch of rubes, right? They hold you in total contempt. Can anything show they hold you in more total contempt than what they did to Judge Moore? Remember, it's not Judge Moore they're trying to shut up. It's you they're trying to shut up. If I had to go through every weak-willed individual up on Capitol Hill, we'd be up here all night. But hang on. But he brings up a good point. I've seen this crowd before. Billy Bush weekend. They all ran to the hills. They all got scared. You know why they got scared? They got scared what the opposition party was going to say about them. They are cowards. They'll never have your back. They're only using your vote to keep their power, make their money, right? They could care less what happens in Alabama. You can tell that by the trade deals they support. You can tell that by the immigration laws that they refuse to enforce. Do you think they care about Kate Steinle? Do you think they care about the economic hate crimes they foisted on the working men and women, black, Hispanic, white, and Asian in this country? Do you think they care? They do not.